Hey everyone, my name is Scott and I will be your game master for the day. Welcome back to the Shard of Opportunity's Canonwalker group. Last time, in the Bridge Night adventure, our characters made their way out onto the Shattered Plains and had a dicey encounter with a chasmfiend. Finding themselves at the bottom of a chasm, they rescued some bridgemen and persuaded a disgruntled guard captain to step off. Before they could make any further plans, somehow the chasmfiend returned, and they ran for their lives, narrowly escaping a late lunch, and not their own. They camped for the night, and when they set off in the morning, they let the bridgemen make their own escape, and headed towards the ruins that were the aim of this expedition in the first place. We'll pick up right back there, so let me get out of your way, but remember, Radiance, journey before destination. Cool. The chasms widen out, and the walls don't seem quite as high anymore as you guys continue. The floor of the canyon is dry with fewer plants, and broken stones litter the ground. The stone was broken recently, it feels like, or it looks like, as it's not worn smooth like the rest of the chasm. As you kind of come to the edge end of this chasm, it kind of ends in a dead end. You look up and you see embedded in the canyon wall, once hidden behind a layer of stone and creme, a forgotten structure now half revealed: the ruins. Its lower level begins about 30 feet above the chasm floor, where columns flank an open doorway. Another 20 feet above that is an upper level, but strangely, that portion of the structure appears to be completely on its side. It's as if a building tumbled into the chasm and then was somehow frozen in stone. This structure, an ancient shrine, has been hidden for thousands of years. During the cataclysmic events that created the Shattered Plains, the structure collapsed. Over the millennia, it was sealed by layers of creme. But the stones that have fallen out of the chasm wall to expose the building also make it possible for you guys to climb up to that first entrance, if you'd like to. If you want to turn around and go back to the war camps, that's fine. You can do that too.
Taking the lead from someone else, Matal specifically.
Farav's following Spark.
Matal says, we've made it. Oh, it looks even more intriguing and mysterious and beautiful than the scouts gave its report as being. Will you follow me into the ruins?
I think it might be our best way to get to the top if we can somehow find a path through.
Yes, that. That's why we should go up, everyone.
Risha starts moving up. She's ready.
Cool. Matal gets excited and follows Risha. There's a little bit of a skip to her step. You can tell that she really, really likes all this old stuff.
Spark shrugs and says, might as well.
Cool.
Reluctantly follows.
Great. All right. And you guys have climbed up the rocks and are now in the bottom level of this ruin, the ground floor. Rubble litters this room, and dust covers every surface. The floor is uneven, kind of listing to one side. The walls are decorated with elegant carvings. Brightly colored cremlings crawl out of the cracks in the walls and then skitter away. The only path out of the room appears to be a stone stairway leading up at the end of the hall. So feel free to move your characters around, move your little tokens around, and explore the area. Let me know if there's anything that you want to investigate or look at.
Okay.
I have a very limited area of sight.
Yeah, we
Yes.
all do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to confirm that wasn't a glitch.
Yeah.
It's
You should be able to
intentional.
move around a corner and get a little bit more.
Yeah.
I do like that mechanic, how it
Oh,
covers
there's something on the floor here.
Yeah.
Up here by
Oh.
Vardah. You see that, Vardah? What?
Vardah nods his head.
Okay.
Weird mark. Farav cannot read, as any good Alethi man cannot. But he does know glyphs. Would he recognize the carving on the floor?
Go ahead and give me a lore roll.
Lore.
I am also interested. Tylin's interested. Can I also join that lore roll?
Yep.
Before I do it, didn't you say there was an issue with my lore rolls?
Yes, I
Just
think
minus
your
one.
lore is one too many. So
Yeah, it says
whatever
plus
you
5.
rolls, and
Okay.
Okay, so I have a 16 total.
17 plus 4, so 21.
Okay. Yes. You both recognize it as the double I glyph that is related to some Vorinism, but most closely related to the Lost Radiance, and connected to that the legends of those heroic knights that. For some reason, at some point, also turned their backs on humanity and are now seen in a pretty negative light. But it's still called the double eye of the Almighty. So the symbol does have some relation to Vorinism still to this day. Vorinism being the main religion of Roshar. I don't know how much to explain. Everyone watching this knows the Stormlight Archives, right? And if you don't, well,
We can help
Go
just
read 'em.
over a long period of time.
there's
We'll do a
the
Q&A special.
Yeah.
If you
You
don't
see,
know, go read a book.
yeah. It all
5.
started back in the 70s. Omaha, Nebraska. A boy was born named Brandon Sanderson.
I'll Tylin will kind of motion towards Natal and say, "Is this what you were looking for? The Knights Radiant, Orders of Old?"
Oh, Matal. I thought you were asking one of the other.
Sorry. No, that's to you, GM.
No, that's me. This is. Wait, what was the question, Bridgman?
Is this what you were looking for, Brightness?
I'm looking for anything that's here. This is amazing. And she pulls out a notebook and starts making notes and starts very hurriedly drawing a facsimile of the room that y'all are in. She says, any symbolism here? It's amazing that after all these thousands of years, we still use the exact same symbolism. I can't wait to discuss this with the other scholars back at camp. Of course, you wouldn't understand, Bridgman, but this is a very interesting historical importance.
Right.
She goes back and
Rob
I'll give
spits
like a nod over
walking.
to Spark and just be like, I knew what it was. But I'll turn
Quick,
around and try to look forward in this other area.
okay.
Rob spits on the glyph before continuing down.
Wow. Okay.
Disrespect.
The shade.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
Spark's curious, but she doesn't know much about it. This is just an oddity to her. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vardah doesn't really care.
Risha has moved over to the Kremlings. She is very curious about them. She is pulled out her journal and started taking notes about like behavior and their different colors and things.
Okay. Go ahead and give me either a lore or a survival check.
Okie doke. Okay. We're gonna do survival, I
Cool.
think. And
Oh, nice.
here we go.
Oh. All right. Yeah. You recognize this crimson and yellow species, and of Kremlings, and you know that they have a venomous bite. It's pretty harmless in small doses, but it's dangerous if they're overwhelmed. But there's a lot of them around, and that 22. I will say that you recognize that these things, these little small pods around here are little Kremling nests, and you should maybe not disturb them as you guys walk through here. Something that.
But that's only Risha that knows that, right?
That's only Risha that knows that, unless she communicates that.
Yeah. I will probably warn everyone, hey, these are Kremling nests, and you should not disturb them if at all possible.
Yeah, they're pretty thick on the stairs, which are pretty uneven going up. So anyone that wants to move through that is going to have to make a roll to not step on any of them.
Oh, okay.
I'll ask, move up the stairs.
Just so you know. Sorry, Sean.
Vardah will move up the stairs.
Okay. Let's see. What is the roll? Go ahead and roll agility for me.
Ouch. The 7.
Oh.
Great.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
The Kremlings start to get agitated as you accidentally scuff a couple of their nests with your feet, walking up the stairs, and we get to enter our first combat of the Cosmere RPG. Welcome everyone to combat. It's a little bit different from maybe what you're used to. It's not structured by who rolled a number or something. You get to choose when you go in combat. We have fast turns and slow turns. Fast turns go first, but they have fewer actions that they can do, and slow turns go second, but they have more actions. So you can kind of be strategic in making your decision of whether you want to go fast or slow. The order is fast PCs, then fast NPCs, then slow PCs, and slow NPCs. So unless you're surprised at the beginning of combat, which you're not, you were warned that Kremlings might be jumping out at you. You'll be able to make your actions ahead of the other, ahead of the NPCs. So, who wants to go fast and who wants to go slow as these agitated Kremlings pop out of all of these walls and nests to kind of come and attack you guys?
Vardah is definitely going to go fast, try and get away from it.
Okay. Vardah fast.
Slow. I'll go slow.
Tylin slow.
I think Spark will be slow as well. She's not going to see him as much of a threat, but we'll see.
Slow Spark.
Yeah. Risha's also going to do slow.
Risha slow, and Farav?
Farav is going to go slow because he has to swing his leg whenever he goes upstairs, and they haunt him.
Okay. Vardah, you are the only one going fast. Your turn.
GM, could you just give us a maybe description of like the exact enemy that we're facing, the size? I'm thinking of Kremlin as like kind of small originally, but maybe there's a wild variety we're dealing with.
Well, they're probably a little bit larger than you're used to. Maybe they are about crab-shaped, lobster-sized. Maybe, who knows? But it's mainly that there's a swarm of them. There's probably 30 of them that are.
And each of them is like a crab size or a lobster size.
Yeah, it's scary.
Okay. I'm terrified.
You got 30 lobsters coming after you, and you know that they're poisonous. So
okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just going to pull out my knife and start stabbing away.
All right, cool. Go ahead, and you guys can't even see him, can you?
Not yet.
It's
because he went
pretty much all dark because I can't see up the stairs.
Yeah. Okay.
Farav is at the base of the stairs, so
does that mean that Kremlings are running towards him?
They are running towards Vardah. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
He's the one that made the first step. So
PCs don't have free movement. Movement is an action. So wherever you were when you said fast or slow, you need to go back to.
Yeah.
That's where I was.
Yeah.
Yes. Correct. All right. Cool. So you're going to move up and attack them with your knife?
Oh, they're not right next to me.
They're not right next to you.
Because I kicked one, they would be like right at my feet.
It's hard to, because it's a swarm. Let's say that you agitated them and then they all moved to one location to have their mob, Kremling Rat King and attack you that way.
Rat King.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to pull out my short bow.
Okay.
A little conference.
Yeah. And just shoot whatever the nearest thing is.
All right.
Nope.
Oh, that was almost a 13. 8.
What even is there? Yeah, no, that's not going to do it. Wait,
Okay.
these guys have a pretty high physical defense. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that. No, that does not do it.
We didn't
Cool.
hear anything.
You can still spend a focus to graze them if you'd like.
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
Okay.
What is a focus, Mr. GM?
Well, thanks for asking. A focus is it's a cognitive resource that you have that you can use in conversation endeavors, that you can use in combat to focus a little bit better. Everyone has it's a resource that you can spend in a lot of different mechanics. One of the ways that you can use your focus is even if you miss a character in combat or an enemy in combat, you can spend a focus to graze them, which does just the damage that was rolled on the die without any modifiers on top of that. So Vardah rolled a 3 with a +3 modifier, so he grazed them for just the 3 damage. Thanks for asking that, Farav, because it will come up in other places too, not just in combat.
You're welcome.
Vardah, anything else you'd like to do?
And then using my bow, I think I'm going to take the brace action and defend myself in the event that they try and attack me.
Okay, cool. Good. Which the brace action gives them disadvantage when attacking you. So, awesome. Cool. It is their turn, and they are a fast NPC. They're going to move quick and get hype, everyone. They're going to attack you. Let me look at their actions real quick.
Oh, actually, I don't know if I can...
Braces.
I have to do it with a weapon that has a defensive trait, and I don't know if the short bow does.
Oh, short bow doesn't have a defensive trait.
Yeah.
Okay.
So never mind. I will just forego any other actions then, and I will just stand there and wait to be hit.
Okay.
Gain advantage is a single action, right?
It
is.
is.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what does it say? We have it on these sheets. Don't we? Yeah, we do. It's 1.
Yeah, I think gain advantage is 1. So you could make a claim about getting a slight advantage, maybe setting your feet or something along those lines.
Yeah.
It's similar to a brace, but less beneficial.
Yeah, sure. We'll do that.
Okay. And that, well, you would only gain advantage. You don't give disadvantage. So on your next roll, you'll gain advantage. But not on any roll against you. You won't get.
Well, actually, so you can strike twice in one turn as long as it's with 2 different weapons, right?
Correct.
So I guess what I would do is probably ready myself, because I can ready another strike action, and so if one attacks me, I can respond with my knife.
All right. So you ready
I'll do
yourself with your knife. Okay.
Yeah.
That works. Cool. They still move forward on their fast turn. And they are going to screech and emit this just ear-piercing cacophony of screeching and clicking. So anyone within 10 feet of the swarm must make a, which is going to be Tylin, Farav, Spark, and Vardah, make a discipline check for me.
I have rolled a 14 total.
Rolled
11.
an 8 total.
Oh, that was almost
10
17.
to 12.
That was so close.
Okay, cool. Anyone who rolled 14 or above, that's just Tylin.
I may have misseen a dice roll. I'm looking at the chat, and it actually says 10 total.
It says 10, yeah.
Yeah, my fault. That's 10.
Cool, great. So no one saved. And everyone takes 5 vital damage. And you are disoriented until the end of this round. Disoriented
Sorry.
means something interesting.
GM, are we keeping track of our health, or is that you?
Yeah, y'all should keep track of your health.
Understood.
You can just go to your sheet and then double click on it to change the number. There's no easy way to be just like -5. Like just do the mental math and figure it out.
That was quite a lot of health taken from a screech.
Yeah, well.
Wait till they start hitting you.
Seriously.
Okay, wait, I also need to find the conditions to see what disoriented does. I swear I just saw the conditions.
Conditions.
It's on ours, it's the electricity symbol.
Conditions list. Okay. Disoriented. Your senses are disrupted, making most tasks difficult. You can't use reactions. So
my ready...
Your ready is no longer ready. Yeah.
Dang it.
No reaction. Cool. All right. And that was their turn. So it's now the slow PC's turns. Just being disoriented doesn't affect your ability to, still take your turn. You still have 3 actions. You just don't have your reaction this round.
Okay, I'll start us off for the slow players. I'm going to use 1 action to gain advantage. So we'll say that I think this little Kremlin's right next to me. Like that's within striking distance,
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just say that I position myself correctly around that Kremlin. And then I would like to use my second.
I do want to specify when gaining advantage, you need to specify the skill that you're going to use to gain advantage. And it can't be the skill that you are going to use the advantage roll on, if that makes sense.
Okay, then talk me through this. Can I use something like deduction to understand the environment and the correct position to strike from?
Deduction or survival.
Survival. Okay. I mean, I would prefer deduction if that's an option, but
I don't.
You tell me.
Let me double check the actions because I'm not sure if you actually have to roll a skill test. Yes, and make a test using a relevant skill against their course.
Okay. So it just can't be my weapon skill that I'm.
It can't be the weapon skill that you're about to use. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you could use deduction.
Perfect. I'm going to use deduction to gain advantage. Here is that roll.
Okay.
Which is a 12. It's very close to not looking like a 12. But I have 16 total on that.
Yeah. Yep. That succeeds. So you can.
Wonderful.
You can
so now I have
on
advantage on my strike, which is with my mace, technically. And I'm going to give myself advantage there.
Cool.
Here is that roll. Oh, natural 20 on one of the die.
All right. Cool. So a natural 20, that automatically makes you do the highest amount of damage possible on the damage die, right?
Yeah, I'll take that. So it would be a 6 total on my damage die.
Okay.
And then with my modifier of +2, that's an 8 total damage.
Okay, 8 total damage. Nice. You mace a good chunk of them, like Sauron at the Battle of the Last Alliance of Men and Elves.
Love it. Powerful. I didn't think I was that to go with the hammer, but that's wonderful to hear. Is the
and then for the opportunity, like
mm-hmm.
I don't know, you can choose what you want to do with it. You can give advantage to someone else. You can.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said the opportunity maxed out my damage die. Did I misunderstand?
No, I thought that's just what a nat 20 did in this system. Sorry,
you're
everyone.
Separately from the opportunity. We're figuring things out on the fly here. But I think that's worthy of investigation. However, if the GM wants to reward the group with more advantages, we'll take them.
Yeah.
We'll take all of them.
Yeah. There's 30 crab monsters coming at us that are all poison.
So you can use an opportunity to change a hit into a critical hit.
Oh.
But a D20 itself is a critical hit.
Okay.
So you can use that opportunity for something else.
Wonderful. Okay. Then I will pass to, is it Farav, who has not gone but is close? Well, I don't know where Risha is at this moment. No, Risha's in the back.
Risha's in the back.
I'm in the back.
Spark, you have your big hammer, right? Up close? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll pass the opportunity for advantage to Spark, and then the damage is calculated. My last action, can I shove? But kick? I don't want to actually put my hands near them. But shove is 2 action points. Never mind. I take that back.
Yeah, kicking would be like an unarmed strike.
Can I unarmed strike? Second strike with not with my same weapon.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And that roll is just off of strength?
It's just your strength, yeah. Do you have a unarmed strike, unarmed expertise?
I don't have expertise in unarmed. All right. But I'm going to give this a shot. We'll see what it comes up as.
Yeah, I think you should have that there.
So
that doesn't hit anyway.
Yeah, it's a 12, and that does not hit. Perfect. Yeah. Those are my 3 actions.
Okay. Awesome. Did some good damage. Good job, Tylin. Who is next?
Nice.
I'll go since I have advantage. Cool. But I'm probably going to have to talk this through.
Okay.
So I have advantage. Do I need to move to hit them?
No, you're close enough. Like, even though the squares are diagonal from each other, like, I still think that's within 5 feet. So.
Okay, so I just got to figure out how best to use the 3 actions.
Yeah.
So I can use a strike more than once per turn, but I have to use a different weapon or hand.
Yeah.
And if my hammer's 2-handed, then that won't really work.
You could do a similar thing like a kick for an unarmed strike.
Okay. All right. Okay, then, I'll do that. Let's see if I can roll with advantage on this. Let's try this out. Okay, on the skill test, right? Okay. I think, so if it's advantage, it's got a little blue arrow on the dice?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's see what happens here.
Another nat 20. All right, what's your damage die?
Okay, so it's a D10, I think.
Oh.
Normally. Yeah, so you just did minimum 10 damage plus your heavy weapon modifier.
Plus your modifier.
Which is 4.
14 damage.
Okay.
And you have an opportunity.
Okay. Then.
But before you get to the opportunity, I want you to explain how the last of these Kremling dies, because that you guys 2 nat 20s And you guys just, it's dead. I'm sorry, it's dead.
Hammers.
I'm not gonna GM hand wave you away just so everyone gets an opportunity to go in our first round of combat.
Not everybody got to go.
Exactly.
It's because they're Kremlings. If this were any
That's
other
okay.
creature.
Not gonna complain about it. Go for it, Spark.
That's right.
All
Okay,
right.
so if I'm using my hammer, let's say I hit it and smash it into the wall, and just probably orange.
Yeah.
Orange goo.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yep. Orange jelly slowly, goops down the wall, and any remaining Kremlings that were in the area decide it's probably best not to go against Tylin and Spark and the rest of y'all, and kind of crawl back into their little cavities and crevices that they came from. And combat is over. Congratulations.
Wow.
Their little eyes are peeking out at us and
shaking their little antennas. Yeah.
I think that's the GM shaking his little antennas.
No, I'm fine. You guys did great. Good job. So proud of you guys. The swarm fights for 3 rounds before it disperses. Like, they expected this to take...
Nat 20s. I mean...
Yeah, no joke. Cool. Risha, how was your emotional state after watching them murder all these Kremlings?
She is not feeling real great about that.
Not a fan of the goo coming down the wall.
Yeah, probably not. Okay, but that's
Sorry, Risha.
It's okay.
But that's that. Cool. There's not much else on the ground floor. Did you guys want to continue up to the second floor?
Yeah, think so.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. The higher you move up the stairs, the rubble fills the stairway. After climbing for about 30 feet, the stairs abruptly end, and where a landing should lead to the next level, there's just broken stones on the floor. But they form an uneven ramp up to the level above, which lies completely on its side. And let me move us all to the top floor. Move everyone. These feel like smallish levels. So I'm still moving everyone. And I feel like everyone should be able to see more than you actually are seeing. Let's see. Did I get everyone? I don't know.
We're loading in. I'm loading in. I'm in now.
Loading.
Is everyone's token here?
Oh, we're in.
Yeah, I think so. Well, including the
the Kremlings are gone.
Who took the corpse?
The Kremlings decide to join your party. Congratulations.
We're friends now.
Yes.
Poison everyone.
Cosmere crossover with a monster collecting game.
Oh boy.
That'll be a reward or something. The upper level of the shrine lays completely on its side. As you can see, what once was a wall is now the floor. The former ceiling is to your left. Columns broken from their pedestals have collapsed onto the floor. The room's most striking feature, however, is this statue of a shard bearer. It once stood 15 feet tall, but now it lays 15 feet long on the floor like a fallen warrior. 7 glyphs are carved into the pedestal at its feet. What do you guys want to do?
I read the last thing. I'll let somebody else read it if they want to.
I mean,
Well, first, is Matal taking any type of lead here, or is she a backseat?
No,
driver?
she's even during the Kremling fight, she was mostly just like making notes and writing things down. And now up on the top floor, she's super excited about this statue, and is just taking what's that called? Not pictures. Sketches,
etchings,
etchings, and other stuff.
Yeah, etchings.
Who are we missing? We're missing someone.
I'm underneath Spark, I think.
Oh. Sorry.
Do you guys want to role play that, or?
No.
All right, standing on Vardah.
Okay.
Really?
We are a low PG-13, high PG-rated, family friendly.
Oh boy.
Yes, that sounds great, and hyper interested in these glyphs because while I'm not saying this necessarily out loud, my character is not a Lethi and is maybe not as held up by many of the lack of reading opportunities as some of the other people here. Okay. So I'm really focused on these glyphs that seem to be on the bottom of the statue. Any more? Can I get maybe insight or deduction or lore?
I mean, I think that you. Let me just see. I think that you know.
I don't have any expertises in like history or anything, but I can. I'll roll if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, first off, it's I do have a higher, like, zoomed in version of the pedestal and the glyphs and stuff, but I forgot to prepare it, so we don't get to look at it up close. But basically, it's one glyph in the middle, encased in a circle, and then there are 6 glyphs around it. You can kind of see if you squint at the base of the pedestal in this picture as well. And I think you recognize the glyphs, right?
Do I recognize the glyphs?
I'm trying to see. No. You do have to pass a test to recognize the glyphs. Okay. What did you want to roll? Deduction?
Yes, I would love to roll deduction or lore.
You know what? I will let you choose.
Okay. I'll go lore.
Great.
And then subtract. Oh, God. We're on the opposite side. I either nat 20 or nat 1. That's how it goes, folks. So I just rolled a nat 1, which gives me a complication as well as failing to recognize anything.
Yes.
Well,
yeah. You.
We're going to experience everything.
Not only do you not recognize that what the glyphs, what the GIFs are, but you think that you do recognize them, but as something incorrect. You think that they are the you think it's a recipe for stew.
This looks like it could make a really good stew.
You're pretty well convinced of that.
Yeah, like I am really hungry and didn't get to eat last night. I think we all remember that. Yep. So I'm pretty sure that this is explaining how to make a great stew.
Yeah.
If I may offer, maybe dust gets in his eyes and he has disadvantage on like perception checks or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's stew.
Really hungry.
I'm very convinced. The GM has told me I'm very convinced.
Yeah, I think the complication is that he just thinks it's stew. He thinks he can recognize a swine in one of the glyphs. He thinks the other is salt, and there might be one for something else. But
So with such a joy about his recipe, just get out of the way. Hopefully someone else takes over.
Anyone else want to investigate it? Use the
Vardah will go in and take a look.
Okay.
After hearing that and assuming that can't be right.
Okay.
It's a statue of a long dead chef.
He doesn't want to get stew pointers from the pedestal. Wait, there's a recipe for stew over there?
That's why Farav is coming over. He's like, I love stew, man.
Maybe you got a stew going.
So what check would I want?
Lore, deduction, perception.
I'll do perception.
Okay.
All right. He roasts his stomach.
Stew up. Yeah, you get it, Vardah. You and me, we're making this stew later.
No, you do recognize that the circles around the glyphs are more worn than the glyphs themselves, but you don't know what meaning that might have.
And Farav, wanting to know what the recipe for stew is, gets a 9+, and we subtract 1 because reasons, 13.
Yep. Okay, cool. You recognize that these glyphs are not stew glyphs, but they are the glyphs that represent life, strength, journey, death, weakness, and destination, with before, the word before being in the middle of the 6 of those.
Would Farav know if that's tied to the Knight's Radiance?
Go ahead and give me another roll.
Okay.
Lore again.
Lore?
Yep. Or history, maybe.
Oh, well, I already clicked the thing.
Ooh,
16
nice.
plus.
Yes.
30,
Yes. Farav does recognize that these are eerily similar to the the motto of the Knights Radiant, the Lost Radiance.
Like, well, Farav is immediately displeased both at the lack of stew recipe and that it has to do with Radiance again, so he's just going to stay quiet.
Spark's gonna look at it from a couple of angles.
Okay.
She doesn't read Alethi glyphs, and she say, "Looks important."
Okay.
Might say, "Don't lick this rock." Anybody else know what it means?
Fingers crossed for Risha to actually provide something.
We get one chance. You guys get one chance to know what it says. Otherwise, everybody thinks it's a stew recipe.
Maybe somebody with fancier eyes takes a look at this.
I will come and see what I can figure out.
See what Risha. Yeah.
Move over.
Stew is not down. Let's see what I can do.
All right. Yeah. Do you want to, try to examine it from like a lore or a history perspective, or do you want to from more a physical perspective?
I didn't use my opportunity. Can I pat her on the back and say, "You got this"? Or
No.
does that just
I'm gonna say that opportunity dissipated with the end of the combat.
Okay. All right.
All right. Okay.
Nat 20.
We'll try lore for this one.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
That one.
Don't jinx me.
That's good.
Right in the middle. No. Yeah. You're also able to read the glyphs and kind of putting everything together that those before you have seen. You recognize that this must have been some kind of meditation focus, and the reason that the circles and lines connecting everything are more worn away is because people would trace it with their fingers. You've heard of that before, the circle in the middle being the most worn away. So obviously they would, do one and then circle the middle, and then do another one and circle the middle, and et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, you recognize that this is trying to say, life before death, right? Strength before, weakness.
Something.
Journey before destiny.
Yeah.
You know the words. You know what it's saying.
Okay. Cool.
And as you kind of look down at it, you notice that kind of a glowing golden ball of light appears over your shoulder, and you kind of get the feeling that it's also peering down and looking at it alongside you, like looking over your shoulder at it. But when you go to look at the ball of light, it disappears.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm gonna trace my fingers over the glyphs and read them aloud, as I'm kind of telling everyone what I'm seeing.
Okay. So pork before bacon. Salt before water.
Salt after
before water?
Yeah, salt before.
Wild.
If I ever have you over, you are not allowed in the kitchen.
What? No. You salt the pork, and then you sear it to get a nice crust, and then you put the water in to boil. And okay.
I feel like these Lost Radiants didn't eat good, but that's just me. I'm just a very stupid, complicated person at this time.
Man pours salt in the pot and then adds water.
Pour it.
I gotta get the salt nice and warm.
Ruining Risha's moment of triumph and glory.
It's not into the pot. Anyways, that golden light returns again from that strange spren, and it shoots into the pedestal, seeming to infuse it like stormlight in a gemstone. On one side of the pedestal, a compartment slides out of the stone. Inside this drawer, there is a bracelet and 2 rings linked by metallic chains. Though its gemstones are cracked, the metal is untarnished, and you know that this is no mere jewelry. This is a priceless artifact of the Vorin Church, a soul caster, capable of transforming any substance to another with a touch, and far above any of y'all's pay grades.
Oh,
Excuse me, I'm a blacksmith.
Far above your pay grade.
So
Far above.
2 questions. 1, is everybody aware of the interesting Spren involvement, or is that just for Risha? And then 2, are we seeing this opening and the Soulcaster?
I mean,
And
y'all
3,
are looking at it.
Disoriented.
Okay, you're not. Okay, I'll answer in order. Number 1, it's mostly just for Risha, but everyone else does see kind of a flash of golden light as it opens. Number 2, I don't remember what number 2 is. I think it was no. Number 3, what was number 2?
Just are we seeing the Soulcaster like pop out?
Yeah. You guys see the Soulcaster. And number 3, you're not disoriented anymore. No.
oh,
Okay.
Risha, that's incredible. I've only ever heard about Soulcasters like this. Looks over, glances at Matal, and seeing if Matal has any interest in the, or she's taking any action with this priceless artifact that's now appeared.
Oh, right. Matal exists. Yeah. I'm the GM. I forget that I'm a character too. Matal looks up and over and sees the Soulcaster. She's paying attention as you guys are doing all of this. She sees the Soulcaster and says, "One of you pick that up so that we can take it back to camp. Seems like it would probably be worth taking."
Vardah's going to move in and quickly grab it.
Farav wants to do that as well, unless Risha is still holding it.
Did Risha pick it up?
I did not.
So Vardah's going to move
the compartment.
quickly.
Fight.
Let's go.
Back to Matthew's original question. What happens
let's
if
go.
he sneak attacks with a grenade?
Cage match! His question is, do they
we
attack
both
at
go
the
fast,
same
it's
time? No,
I actually did look it up. I know the answer to that.
All right, what's the answer?
So it says if you can't decide who should go win, then characters with the highest speed go first, and then on a tie, whoever rolls highest on a d20 goes first.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Who's got the higher speed?
Well, wouldn't this be like a sleight of hand or something like that if we're both
Not sleight of
reaching
hand.
for this?
I'm not trying to be subtle about it. I'm just going to grab it.
Yeah, you both said you wanted to quickly get there, so I am going to base it off of speed.
Okay, my speed's 1.
My speed's 3.
Sorry, Vardah, what was yours?
3.
All right,
Okay,
Vardah
so I
gets
had
there
no
first. Yeah.
Nobody in the group had chance.
Farav will remember that.
Mental note made.
Yeah. New quest.
Yeah.
Steal Soulcaster from Vardah.
No Russian.
Cool.
Spark's probably not super interested in the jewelry or the ramifications of such. She probably should be, but she isn't. But those words do resonate a little bit for her, and so she might ask. She might ask Risha to say those again.
Risha will repeat the glyphs and kind of point at them.
Huh. That's something.
Are there
She
any
nods.
other opportunities to look around now that we like kind of know that there's secrets? I'm more interested in like maybe other secrets. So
Yeah.
I'm seeing on the map there's like these 2 columns, and then it kind of branches off from there. Is
Yeah.
it maybe a roll check for the columns?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception, sure. It is coming right now. 9 total.
All right. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that difficult for you guys. I think you do find that there is another kind of semi-hidden compartment on the which one? The pillar near the stanchion.
I'm standing by the one further south.
Yeah. This is confusing to me. But yes, their description is confusing me. But yeah, there is another compartment. We can say it's in that southern pillar. I think that's what it says.
Okay. I'm going to try to reach into the compartment or pull it out. Does it easily move, or is this a needs force opportunity?
You'll have to force it either with athletics or thievery.
Okay. I'll take my hammer, flat on one side with a little spike on the other side, and I'll try to hit the spike in and make it like a lever and kind of like pop open the compartment. And you said athletics?
You can either do athletics or heavy weaponry in that case.
Sorry, it's technically a mace, but I just used the word hammer in my brain.
Oh, right.
But yes, it's I'll do an athletics check. Hey, look at that.
Yep. Yeah. Pops open.
Okay, cool. And glances inside and sees what?
There is, there are a sapphire and a ruby cut, not in glass, not a sphere. Just the raw gems. Yeah. And you also find an arrow tip made of remarkably light silvery metal. That you, I think you're unfamiliar with, unless you want to roll a craft. No, you don't have any of the expertises necessary. So no, you're not familiar with the metal.
I might try to do the same maneuver I've done previously. I'll take the silvery, the spear tip or arrow tip or spear tip. Which one was it?
Arrow tip.
Arrow tip. So I'll take the arrow tip and I'll be like, Farav, do you know what this metal is? It looks shiny. and kind of like try to give him and distract him. And then when he's looking, then I'm going to try to take the brooms.
Pocket the brooms.
Ooh.
Farav is absolutely okay. Depending upon what the metal is, Farav is either going to be like, "Oh, it's just this metal," or it's "Ooh, shiny."
Okay. I'm going to make you roll for two different things, Farav. Perception to see if you see him pocketing the gems, and crafting to see if you're able to recognize the metal. I'll give you crafting with advantage.
Can I do crafting first, and then depending upon if I recognize it, that determines if perception is at like disadvantage? Because if I'm distracted by it, then
you want to give yourself disadvantage, possibly. Sure, yeah, let's do that.
I also agree. This is a perfect for me.
Right? Yeah. That's exactly what you were going for.
Yes.
I want to give him. So yeah, what
it makes sense. Like what you're explaining does make sense.
Yeah, do crafting first.
Crafting first, okay.
And I will give you advantage on the crafting because of your expertise.
Okay, that is there. Okay, that is
nice.
19.
19.
Yes,
and, I am distracted.
And you are distracted.
It's something fancy.
Let's not even roll the other ones. Let's just say you don't notice him taking the gems for himself. But you recognize the arrow tip being made of aluminum, an extremely rare and valuable metal. That small piece of it is probably worth 300 marks. So, yeah, who cares about those gems? Like, this is the real prize.
I do want to roll just to know what I would have gotten.
Just for fun.
It doesn't matter. For the record,
could be very high.
They were.
They are, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
GM made a rule and you can't overrule it. I successfully
No, sorry. Doesn't matter. You don't notice him taking the gems.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you did notice, you don't even care right now. You're like,
right? Yeah,
I noticed, but I don't care. And so I'm just
that's-
like, do you give me the arrow tips? Or are you just like waving
I am
them
trying to
in front
give
of me?
you the arrow tip. Yeah, no, I'm definitely like handing it off in order to distract, in hopes of distracting you. But you see it and don't care because you're so into the arrow tip.
So I take it and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, aluminum.
Anything else you guys want to do in this room? Actually, not anything else. Vardah and Risha, I'm expecting that you guys are kind of looking around after the excitement of finding some things. Your two scouts. Go ahead and give me either a perception or a survival check.
Perception 18. 14 plus 4.
Okay, perception.
Okay.
not bad.
Yeah, as you two are kind of looking around, you notice that though heavily caked in dust and hasn't been disturbed in a long time, this room it appears to have been disturbed recently. You notice that the dust has some is scuffed near the exit to the north, which I think we're a little. I think this is the north exit.
Northeast.
Y'all recognize that other people have been here before, and you probably look at each other, seeing each other, recognize that as well. You guys are not the first people to be in here, though you are the ones that opened up the secret compartments. It didn't seem like any other secret compartments were open.
So,
Okay.
I'll tap Risha on the shoulder and point towards the northeast exit.
And Sparks
She.
probably just wandered around.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say, Risha will kind of nod in agreement.
So Vardah's going to head out that way.
Okay.
Checking things out a little bit.
Tylin, I will say that as you see them go out the northeast exit, that blue light, that blue spren kind of pops up in front of you again. and kind of motions as if saying you should go down the south exit, kind of leading you down that way.
Okay. Are they on the way exiting, or have they, like, as they were wandering around, they just chose to go? What would you guys say was your decision prior to this moment?
Vardah being a scout, I'm just going to want to go out there and just see what it is. I'm cautiously going out there, not to move the party that way, but to investigate mostly.
Okay, I'll vocalize back to the group and hope that Vardah or anybody else just say, like, I'm gonna go check out this hallway. There's something interesting over here, and just I'll do the same thing. Kind of like, I'm not trying to aggressively run down this hallway, but I want to check out what's down here.
Okay.
Split the party. Party.
Okay, let's see. Vardah. Secrets. You get what I'm putting down, Vardah?
Maybe.
You go up the north exit. You see secrets, and then you come back.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And Tylin, you're going to go look down south?
Yes.
Okay. You as you kind of exit, you exit out onto a sunny ledge. And a couple of feet above you on the cliff is kind of the top of the plateau. And as you sneakily peek over, you hear some voices, and you recognize some Parshendi out on top of the plateau above you.
Oh, okay.
They do not see you, though.
Okay, cool. I'm moving slowly back, trying to get in, and then I'll run over to the group and be like, there are Parshendi on the top of this plateau. We can make our way out down to the south. Vardah, what did you see? Vardah and Risha, what did you see that way?
Sean, I would say yes, probably.
So many secrets.
So many secrets.
So Vardah will come back. He won't say anything, but he'll point to the southeast and look at you and look at Tylin.
Like the ghost of Christmas future.
Just pointing. Sorry, pointing to the tunnel you just came from, or to the south where I came from?
Pointing to the south and looking at you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be like, we can sneak out this way and try to hide from the Parshendi up there.
So Vardah will nod.
Okay.
Cool.
Sparkle. She's right there by Matal. She's going to say, "Bright lady, it's time to go."
Are you sure? I there's so much more that I need to take etchings of and just look at the intricacies on the armor of the shard plate. Goodness sakes, there's so much more here that
fancy,
I could.
but
Very fancy.
Another time.
You're probably right. We didn't eat anything last night, and it's a long walk back to the war camp, so we should probably get going.
Yes, I heard rumors of stew.
Okay, everyone, let's go. Cool. So you guys all want to try and sneak out the south exit?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how sneaky.
Oh gosh, we're gonna be sneaky. You're right.
Okay.
Not exactly my strength, but we'll see how sneaky we can be.
I mean, you guys have, I don't know, I'll like it in any event. Yeah, everyone go ahead and roll a stealth check as you try to escape and get away from these Parshendi without being seen.
It's a 22 for Vardah.
Oh, it was a nat one for Spark. I told you it was coming around. Oh,
Horn eaters are not known for
Oh, no.
Okay.
That's too bad.
Risha's good. Great.
Could I maybe raise the stakes in this
Raise your
situation?
stakes, man. Raise your stakes.
oh, okay. How do I do that? Remind me how I do that.
No,
it was
no, too late for you. You already
just a
Oh,
null
it's too late
option.
for me. Oh, yeah.
you already raised your stakes, and you
Whoopsie.
got you.
At last.
Had a 13
Chose
total, but a null option on the raise the stakes.
Yep. Farav, have you rolled yet?
No, because Farav was just kind of just studying the arrow and didn't really notice that anybody left. So I was waiting until we moved to the next page to either bring up, did he just end up falling or did somebody grab him? Do we want to leave him in the room for a bit?
If Spark grabbed Vital, she would have grabbed you too.
Okay, then I'll roll
Come
it.
on, come on, nerds! We're going up to the next level.
I think Vardah probably would have ushered him out as well. I'm gonna be pulling up the rear.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Stealth, there it is.
Get in the car, loser. We're going shopping.
Exactly.
That is a 8 + 1, 9.
All right, 9. Okay.
Can I roll a plot die?
Yeah, go ahead and raise the stakes on that. Give me a plot die.
Where is that button?
You might just have to roll a d6 now. You can do it.
Well, you
on the
can type into the roll area. What is it? One PD
/R d6.
Well, no, /R1. I think you can roll a plot die.
You might be able to. It's like DU something, but I forgot. Just roll the d6.
But yeah,
There you
something like that. So I did a /R space 1d6.
Oh, there.
Aha.
What was it?
1 DP.
DP, D plot die. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Dr. Pepper.
Ah.
Dr. Pepper.
Rolls
not like
Dr. Pepper.
Sounds good. Oh wow, on cue and everything. That was
No, so nothing happens.
No, not null. That's a 0. Oh, okay. All right. You did roll the plot die. Okay, so 0.
It was the blank.
Yeah, it was the blank. Cool. All right. Well, that's too bad. However, so everyone's sneaking away real nice, and from the ledge, it kind of continues around the plateau. And the exit is pretty high, so there's only you kind of have to crouch so that your head isn't seen from the top of the plateau by the Parshendi. But then the ledge kind of goes a little bit lower on the plateau, so you can stand up normally as you kind of circumnavigate. I know how to say circumnavigate. Sorry, as you circumnavigate the plateau. But Spark, you just can't hunker down enough, and your head is just kind of bobbing along as everyone else is successfully sneaking. You hear a harsh voice call out in accented Alethi. Who's that over there?
Like there's nobody here but us chickens.
that was so
That was impressive.
Wow.
so unexpected. And if we could just redo the entire thing as the gang from Scooby Doo, I would
Oh
really
my gosh.
appreciate that.
Like I don't know, man.
With Sparks permission, I would love for Farav to roll a deception
Okay, yes, definitely.
and plot die. Roll a plot die.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
man.
I have
Raise the stakes on the plot die.
This plot die is called the Scooby Snack.
where's plot die?
Raise the stakes.
Oh, there. Oh, it's a okay.
Yep. So it rolls it at the same time as the check.
Please go well.
Oh.
4+1 and a null.
And a null again. They are not. They are not deceived, and they know that you're not just chickens.
I didn't mean for that to be a real thing, but I'm happy it is.
They I guess they yell. What is everyone else doing now that you've been found out? Like, do you guys?
Sorry, GM. Are we on a new screen? Because we're still stuck in.
We're not going to a new screen.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'd currently have us without the map on the recording. So.
Perfect. Theater of the mind.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Like all good D&D podcasts.
For freeze and like not moving.
I vote we run.
and yeah, I mean, at this point, I probably recognize that it's me.
Yeah, Spark, you look to the left and you see that there's 5 hulking Parshendi up on top. They were camped there, but their weapons were close at hand, and they're standing and looking directly at you.
Oh gosh, what is she?
So we're in full view of the Parshendi.
Spark's head is. The rest of you are currently successfully hiding from them, though.
How? They're up on a ledge?
They're up on a ledge. They're probably about, the ledge is probably like 6 feet above you. That's the top of the plateau. And so any one of you could probably jump up and get on top of the plateau at this point if you wanted, or you could maintain your hiding.
They see them, but not us. Can we see them? Or
you cannot see them.
Okay.
Spark is the only one that can see them.
Okay. Vardah is just going to climb up there.
Oh, okay.
Spark's going to probably whisper to everybody else, move, and move along and try to stay back and keep their attention.
Oh, okay. So she's gonna say, "Hey, everyone, go ahead and try to
sacrifice
with Vardah. Sit in the back and try to give everyone else a chance to leave."
Mm-hmm. I'll freeze and then kind of like usher Brightness Matal ahead and just be like, "Go, run, try to escape."
Okay. Brightness Matal takes your advice and runs and tries to escape.
Myself, though, I'm going to just hold up like Frodo and the Hobbits, just up in the... just hiding from the Nazgul and just trying to stay hidden, basically listening to what's going on above.
Cool. You also find some mushrooms.
Oh, perfect.
And a spider.
and a giant spider crawling across you.
I don't like that, actually.
Yeah.
I go with Matal and I leave. I'm not into spiders.
I guess we're on Roshar, a giant Kremling.
More comfortable with that,
I'm fine with crabs.
yeah, exactly. Normal.
Spiders.
No, I'm trying to hide, but I'm not running away with Matal.
Okay. All right. Risha, Risha and Farav, you tried to deceive them and say you're all chickens. So I'll say that's your action. Risha, what are you doing?
She is going to stay right where she is. She's going to listen and observe and just kind of see what happens. She's going to be ready to step in if she needs to.
Okay. Yes, Matthew.
So I'm imagining us all sort of like single file line, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Right? So like what is the order? I'm assuming Spark's in the lead. Vardah was the last one. I'm guessing I was second to last because I was distracted, and then probably Vardah kind of pushed me forward. So I'm just.
I think Tylin is in front, and
Risha.
now Matal has gone past them. So I think it's Tylin, Risha, Spark, you, Vardah. And now Vardah and Spark have kind of climbed up on top of the plateau, and the one of the big singers with his kind of carapace armor. He's got a war axe in his hand. He looks between the two of you and says, What are you doing here?
Just trying to make our way home.
Have you defiled that shrine below?
I did not.
Nice.
Well, you should have.
That doesn't even need deception check. That is accurate. You did
It's
not.
true. Roll a truth.
You could just roll a plot die just by itself if you wanted to just do that.
Yeah.
I gotta
No.
check something. I'll be right back.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Let's see. What is it? I guess just roll persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah, it's not a deception, but you are trying to persuade them to, leave you alone.
Okay. Can I raise the stakes on that this time?
Yeah.
I mean, is that a good idea? I
She
don't know if
asks,
it's a good idea.
digging her own
Let's
grave.
see. I mean, is that going to be a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know.
Uh-huh.
That is
Roll.
the way the stakes go.
Roll with
It's gonna be a good
disadvantage
thing or
if
a
you
bad
want.
thing.
I don't care. Yeah.
Not at all. So good. GM got a little cocky.
Ah,
You guys, that skin of your teeth is pretty thick and grippy. Yeah, no, they immediately take what you say as genuine, and you can see them kind of relax a little bit, or at least he lowers the axe to his side a little bit more and says, "Okay, I have no qualm with you of the peaks, but make sure that your fellow doesn't take anything from the shrine below. It is sacred to our people."
I'm gonna just like lightly tap Spark on the arm, and then with my hands up, walk up to the Parshendi and whisper to him.
Okay. Roll persuasion, I guess.
Does Spark get a perception check?
No. Airsick Highlander.
17.
As you whisper in the main Parshendi's ear, he looks at you, and still a little confused and kind of wary, but he nods his head and then nods it again in a different nod to tell you to get out of here. Go. We won't obstruct you any further. Return to your war camps and never let us catch you on the Shattered Plains again.
I walk back to Spark and tap her and nod and motion her to go, and we walk away.
so, yeah, she'll nod respectfully at the Parshendi, and Vardah, you're very persuasive.
As you turn to go, the Parshendi juke you, like pretend like he's gonna do something, but then he doesn't do anything. And they let you leave in peace. But as he turns around to rejoin the group of Parshendi, they start rhythmically and melodically muttering between themselves, and it seems like not everyone was happy with that decision. But you get away.
Yeah,
free and clear.
Take this opportunity.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So everyone, y'all get away from the Parshendi, and you guys, are you going anywhere else, or are you guys just going to go back to the war games? Any other adventures you want to go on, or just
While we're out here, let's
Go hunt a chasmfiend.
Yeah. No, I think move towards Brightness Metal, like down. I'm guessing this plateau to in case still trying to hide in case they happen to be looking for a bigger group. But If we make it free and clear, is there any way that we can conceivably move from plateau to plateau? I feel like that's going to be the next big problem.
Yeah. Yes. You guys are going to be able to. Let's see. You don't have your portable bridge, so you won't be able to take your direct route. You will be able to kind of find a path between plateaus that are close enough together that you can kind of jump across, and it's gonna be a bit of a winding path, but you'll eventually get back to within range of the permanent bridges. And get back to the war camps. And I think I'm going to end us there. That's pretty much Bridge 9. You guys,
the sun in the horizon.
Yeah, level up to level 2. Although these characters aren't going to be going anywhere. When we do Stonewalkers, we'll be going back to level 1 and starting from the beginning. But yeah, congratulations. You survived a fall into the chasms. You ran away from a chasm fiend. You pilfered some dead bodies of war corpses, you terrible people, you. And you learned a little bit about yourselves, about history and the Lost Radiance. You found out how to give each other a shiny object and pocket, some other shiny objects. And
that was good.
And yeah, that is
who's quicker than the other.
That is the end of Bridge 9. Yeah, good job, everyone. Pat on the back. Thank you, everyone, for following us on this journey. We will be jumping into Stonewalkers pretty soon, and I'm super excited about that. That will be more than just a couple of sessions, but that's a pretty long campaign that will take us all to level 8, I think, is where we finish that off. But
wow.
This has been the second and concluding episode of Canonwalkers Bridge 9 Adventure. Thank you for joining us on our adventures so far. You can catch our next episode coming very soon on the Shard of Opportunities YouTube channel, as well as wherever podcasts are available. I want to quickly thank all of our players, Matthew, Charlotte, Sean, Marissa, Tyler, and I'm super excited for you guys to meet Krishna next time. Special thanks to Dragonsteel, Brotherwise Games, and the team at Foundry, who created our virtual tabletop. In our next episode, we'll do a quick reset with our characters and start in the official launch of Stonewalkers. This is the first major campaign in the Stormlight Archive, and it was written in close collaboration with Brandon Sanderson himself. It takes our players on a journey that spans the entirety of Roshar and tells a story that Brandon's been looking for a chance to tell for a long time. Watch our socials for details on when that first session will air. Until then, remember, Radiance, journey before destination.